Hi everybody. Just gonna get set up here, which always takes me a little longer than I'd like. Okay. I hope you are all doing really well this evening. Just move my Mac here. So I want to be able to see your comments. In order for me to do that, I have to set up twice. If you haven't yet and you want to, feel free to go ahead and grab the sketch we're going to use today, and you can go ahead and scrapbook along with me. Other than your ScrapbookingStore.com kit for February and the sketch, you'll need 3 3x4 photos and some titling options. If you want to grab that, you are welcome to. Just pop in here. Hi Kathleen, I'm so glad you're here with us tonight. Okay, let me just expand this up. There we go. And then we should be good. And now I can see what you guys can see, so I can move my desk a little bit. Move my camera just a little bit. Sorry if you're dizzy. Hopefully not. Okay, that should work. Okay, so I have a sheet of cream colored cardstock. I'm going to use that as my base. I have created a sketch for you to follow along with if you would like. So the sketch calls for 3 photos. A 12 by 12 page, you certainly could use large photos, like 4 by 6 photos, and they would work totally fine. I'm going to use some 3 by 4 photos because that's what I have here and what I have to scrapbook with today. So we're also going to use a border, and then we have just a little bit. We're going to need some titling options, which we don't have thickers in the kit this month, so I pulled some titling options from my stash, and we'll see how that goes. So I have 3 3x4. So let's get started with our photos and our sketch. Hi from... Oh, hi Penny. I'm so glad you're here. Hi Marcy. Hi from Louisiana. How is it down there? I know I'm in Pennsylvania, so we are getting snow and all that kind of stuff, but we always get that, so it's not that, huge deal. How are you? Is it nice and is it cold in Louisiana? Do you have some ice and snow? Chilly, Indiana. Hi, Cheryl. Penny, I'm so glad you're here for our live. Okay, so I've made a couple layouts with our February kit already. So let me just kind of re-familiarize myself with what I have left and what I have here. Some scraps. We actually might go ahead and use that scrap, I think. Oh, and I did pop some stickers. We don't need these. We're going to use the stickers I pulled out already. For something else, maybe. Probably should start by deciding what pattern paper we want to use for our background. And then we can go from there and see what I have left. Hello Gina, hello Cheryl, hi Annette, hi Maria, hi Kathleen. Oh, Natalie's here. Natalie's from Pennsylvania too. Haha, and so Sherry, yay! We have some Pennsylvania peeps in the house tonight. That's awesome. Okay. So are you guys in Pennsylvania? Are you near Philly or are you near Pittsburgh? I'm on the Pittsburgh end. Missouri, Nebraska. Tammy said she's had snow since Monday with ice under it and on top of it. We can't go anywhere because the roads are really bad. Oh, yeah, but I'm sure they are. But you know what? That's a good point. You have electricity. Marcy's in New Jersey. Oh, Marcy's near Philadelphia. Harrisburg. Natalie, my father lives in Harrisburg, or right outside Harrisburg. So let's grab... We should probably stop chit-chatting and talk at scrapbooking, maybe. So I'm thinking this is going to be the background. If you look on the sketch that I made, we have like this cream colored or the white cardstock, and then we have it framed out. So let's use, I think I'm going to use this red paper as my frame. And then the other paper we need is we need a little bit for down at the bottom. And then I'm thinking I'm gonna mat the photos just a little bit because I'm using smaller photos than a 4x6. Frozen, Texas. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta go back up here. Natalie's near Harrisburg. That's where my father lives. Who's in South Central? Okay, so, yeah, I was just going to say, Marcy, there's a lot of Pennsylvania in the house. South of Harrisburg, Frozen, Texas, Berks County. Nancy, I was born in Reading, and I lived in Berks County until I was 13 years old. South Central PA between Lancaster and Gettysburg. My grandmother and my dad, my dad grew up in Lancaster and Gettys, in Ephrata. Wow, you guys are all places. I've lived in Pennsylvania my whole life, and I have lived all over the place. And my parents were both from Pennsylvania. We don't leave our area, I guess, where I live. Or my family, we don't travel. We don't leave our state, I guess. So yeah, I have been all around. I was born in Berks County. Then, when I was 13, my family moved to Scranton-Wilkes-Barre area. My grandmother lived in Lancaster and Ephrata. And then my grandparents, they were, my grandfather was Pennsylvania Dutch. You know what that is? He spoke Pennsylvania Dutch. And he was from like the Stroudsburg area. So yeah, I have long, heavy roots in Pennsulvania. And I've been going through my family heritage and my family history, and my family had never left Pennsylvania. Like, they just never left. They must have really liked it here, because when you go through my family tree, my family's been around in Pennsylvania since the 1700s, which is actually kind of cool that I know that. But. Okay, so let's start cutting some paper, shall we? Hello everybody. Okay. Now I'm going to stop talking and start scrapbooking, because that's, you know, why I'm here, I guess. Hi, Sherry. Okay, so we're going to use this to frame our page, which means we're going to cut our cardstock down a little bit shorter. I'm going to go with cutting my cardstock 11.5 by 11.5, so if any of you are scrapbooking along with me, I like to get all of my paper cut and out of the way. Get that part of it organized. So we'll do that. So then we have a nice border, and you can still tell that we have hearts, so that's going to work real nice. This one, I am going to cut this down to a 1-inch strip. And then I'm going to cut it down to about 9 inches long. And that's going to give us this little area down at the bottom to add a bit of embellishment to. For this green paper, I want to cut a mat for each of my photos. I know my photos are 3 by 4, so I'm going to cut these at 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. That'll just give us a really nice mat around our photos. I'm going to keep this little strip right here. I'll tell you why. Because this pattern that we're going to use, this floral pattern that's part of the kit, I want to pull all these colors from these little floral clusters into the rest of the layout. So I'm going to keep that little scrap handy so I can kind of match it and look at the colors. Now we can start to glue some things down. This layout is going to come, I can tell you right now, this layout is going to come together very, very quickly, which is good if you are someone who is short on time. That's a great way to use your kit, is to use your kit and grab a sketch and put together a layout very quickly. So I'm going to show you a little bit of a trick. I want to put my cardstock, I want to center it really nicely onto this orangey part paper. In order to do that, I'm going to start with a tape runner. So this is just my dot runner. I'm going to put a little bit directly into the middle of my paper. Then I'm going to take my tearaway tape. I'm going to put the tearaway tape all around the edge. Strips in the middle. But I'm not going to pull off the backing paper off of the tearaway tape. Tearaway tape is super, super, super sticky, and we don't want super sticky just yet. So what I'm doing is I'm going to place the cardstock in the middle of my page. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move it around a little bit. We want it to be even on all sides. And we don't want it to shift or move or do anything kind of wonky, right? So let me get it. Now I'm just going to eyeball this. If it looks really crooked in one way or another, please someone kind of holler at me. But I think we're good. So once we have this where we want it, remember we put that dot runner in the middle of our page, right? So now we're going to go in the middle of our page and we're going to rub that where that dot runner is. That's going to keep our page steady. It's going to keep our borders even, and then we can kind of just lift it up and pull the tearaway tape. And then we're not going to have a shifting. I know you've had it happen to you before. I've had it happen to me before where the background shifts on you because it's not stuck right. Oh, I hate that so much. And then you have really crooked. I don't mind if a little crooked is okay. A little crooked means you made it yourself. A lot crooked, that's really not a good idea. And then you can go ahead and pull all of these backer pieces off of your tearaway tape. And now it's not going to move. Because this stuff is like sticky as anything. Yes, I do. Hold on a second. Lisa asked a question. Do you ever cut out the middle of the bottom pattern paper to save it? Yes. I will gut paper if I need to. I have this ruler from my Sweet Petunia, because you saw I use a guillotine trimmer. That's the best way to get straight lines. So what I do when I want to gut a paper is I have this little ruler from my Sweet Petunia, and I have a self-healing mat, so then I just line it up where I want to gut it with the lines on my mat and my ruler, and I take an X-Acto knife and I will gut it that way. And I've been known to do that now and then. Today I'm not too worried about it. For today's activities, I'm not gonna fuss with gutting it. Marianne asked, what tape are you using? So my tape runner is a Kokoyo dot liner, the long one. And my tearaway tape is from Sara Scraps. So all of the tape that I'll use tonight, like my tearaway tape, my foam tape, all that all comes from Sara Scraps, which is a lovely online scrapbooking store. Okay, next up. Penny, my self-healing mat is 24 by 18. It's a nice big mat. This self-healing mat is not a scrapbooking supply. I went searching for, I was unhappy with self-healing mats that were marketed for scrapbookers. So I went searching for one that was not marketed for scrapbookers. Because I wanted one that was clear, light colored, wouldn't interfere with what I was scrapbooking on top of. So if you go to, I can probably find one for you if you're interested in the links or whatever. I'll post them in the group. I don't use removable. I use Dot Runner, which you can see here because I'm trying to map this photo. And it's working, but I keep getting it a little crooked because I'm watching the comments. Whoops. I use this Kokoyo, which is not removable tape, but it's a dot runner, so it has some give to it. It's not immediately sticky, and you can kind of move stuff up and around if you need to. I think that's what you need. Yeah, Stacy, I think it's entirely possible that the self-healing mat I ended up buying is made for quilters or, you know, another kind of cutting. I was looking for one that was really nice and big and that was self-healing. So the tearaway tape is from Sara Scraps, SpiegelMom Scraps. I'll tape it in here so you guys can get it. Well, that's no fun, Stacy. Penny. There you go. So it typed it in as the Scrapbooking Store, but that's where I got my tearaway tape from. And I can even give you guys a coupon code for there if you want. Yeah, I like the light gray of my matte Wrong one. 15. There's a coupon code for you if you want some of the tearaway tape that I use. Okay, so we have our 3 photos. I think we're going to put them here, but we're going to leave space because I want to put a title in between. I'm only putting a little bit of tape on the back of my pictures, and I'm only putting them in the middle because we haven't gotten to the part where we're going to embellish yet. And so I want to make sure that I leave room to tuck stuff around, tuck things around my photos. I do want to leave so I know what I want my title to be, and I want to make sure I give myself room in between for my photo for my title to go across, just like it is in the sketch. Kathleen, those Fiskars mats are really nice. Yeah, she said she has a Fiskars mat from Walmart. Their mats are pretty easy to find. There are a lot of hobbies that use them. I had an old one that was from American Crafts, but it was just this really like insane teal color, and it wasn't gonna work. It worked for a little while, and then I went searching for something a little more neutral. Okay, so let's take a look at where we are. We need some embellishment here, some embellishment here, some embellishment here, and our title. Yes, Deb. As if this is the layout to post for the monthly giveaway. Yes, I have, so I'm not sure if they have put this sketch into the Facebook group yet, but if it's still not in there when I get done with the live, I will pop into the Scrapbooking Store group, the group for the members, and I will put a photo of the sketch in there that you guys can download and print out and everything. And like, if you missed any part at the beginning, this sketch would work well for 4x6 photos if you have them and if you want to use them. I personally, this is what I had printed already to scrapbook, so I just went ahead and used that. But that also shows you that this will work for many different dimensions of photos. You can use either. I chose black because there is a lot of black elements in this kit, and so I thought it would be nice to go ahead and use these. Now, I will tell you right now, these letters, these stickers, these cardstock stickers are not going to stick forever. I'm going to go ahead and stick them, but probably before I put them into my album, I can almost guarantee you, I will have to come in and put them down with wet glue. So let's look at our sticker sheet here. See what we can add. We're going to have a little bit of an embellishment cluster down here. Now I'm just laying these. I am not sticking them down. And a little bit of something over here. I like these hearts. Yes, thank you. Okay, so they posted where you can download the sketch from. Just catching up again. take a look. So this is part of the sticker pack from the upgrade, and I'm going to use some of these hearts. I'm going to use the orange because it matches, or this yellow and this orange because they both match. And I have 3 in those colors. We'll go ahead and pop a third one down here. Again, I'm not pushing these down at all. I don't have the puffy hearts that are in the upgrade, but we are going to work around it and that will be just fine. Ooh, I have an idea. How about some punches? I was going to try to find the cut apart sheet. There it is. I don't think any of this is really going to work for my photos, but this will work. So hold on, let me grab my heart punch. I have a couple actually. So my plan is, the sketch shows these as being flowers, cluster, cluster, cluster. I'm not going to use flowers. I am going to use hearts. So I have this really pretty polka dot paper. And then I think I also have a couple other kind of brighter patterns we can use. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. And we have this one too. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Oh my. All right. I think I'm back now. I want 5 clusters, or 5 hearts in each of my clusters. So, I'll do 1. And it's okay if they overlap the photos a little bit. Now I've done it. Okay. This can go down. This one can go here. I warned you about these stickers, these stickers, didn't I? Yep. Sorry about that. I don't know why my phone just decided to turn off, but so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that helps too, because now we have hearts that are in all different sizes and colors and designs. And then the hearts that are from the upgrade that have like the light bright things in them, they don't look out of place because now we have created a cluster that has all different kinds of hearts and different shapes of hearts and types of hearts. And so that will work really well. Oh, good. You know what? So I'm just going to point this out here while I punch hearts. Sherry said that she loves how I changed up the flowers for hearts. The photos she wants to use for this month don't lend themselves to flowers, but maybe hearts or stars. Yes, you know what else could be really fun because of the way this is together? If you grabbed some hexagon punches, you could do like a little cluster of hexagons that kind of, you know, lock together. And that could be really, really cute too. You can absolutely always make a sketch exactly the way you want it. A sketch can always be altered and changed up to suit your style. I always tell everybody, whenever I work with a sketch, I tell a lot. I teach a lot of scrapbooking classes, so I always say print it out and then turn it if you need to. If you have 2 horizontal photos and 1 portrait, turn it and then just move your title up. You can do anything with a sketch. It can be flipped and moved, and never feel like it has to be exactly the way it is on paper. Okay. So again, right down here we have 1 cluster. And the same thing. The human eye likes the look of odd numbers. Our brain likes to look at things and see 3 of something or 5 of something. It's just what our brain likes. So when we're scrapbooking, it's always good to remember to keep those clusters into those odd numbers, and then it'll never look off or funny or wrong. All right, let's use a little bit of dimensional adhesive. Any kind of punched shape that you have in your stash would work really, or in your, any kind of punch would work really well for this sketch. All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna put some foam tape behind this. Again, this is the same. This comes from the same shop. My foam tape is the Big Mama roll of foam tape from Spiegelmom Scraps too. For you guys that are waiting on your kits, I know that this video will be popped up into the YouTube channel for the ScrapbookingStore.com, and then so it will, you will have access to it for whenever you would like to scrapbook with your kit. And I will also tomorrow morning, when I have a little bit of better light, I will go ahead and I will put nice close-up photos of my layout into the group. And then you'll have it there as well to be able to work from. And if you do use my sketch, please tag me. I would love to leave you a comment or to see how everybody else interprets this sketch. I think that is kind of my favorite part of being of creating sketches, is seeing what everybody does with them. Uh-oh. Okay. And there we go. So look how nice and quick that came together. Thank you very much, Lisa. Thank you, Natalie. Yes, a sketch is a great way to go ahead and add, to get a page together pretty quickly. I knew going into this was not going to be a really long process. If you are someone who is telling a story, if you need to have some journaling on your page, for this particular set of pictures, it's pretty obvious from my title what's going on. All I'm going to do is I'm going to add the date the photos were taken down here at the bottom. But if you are someone, if you need some journaling, and you feel free, this will not mess your sketch up at all. You can do some journaling down here. Another idea, you can totally eliminate this third cluster at the bottom, take it away, and add your journaling down here to the bottom of the page too. And it'll look fine because you'll have your cluster here, and then you'll have your journaling here kind of acting as that third cluster. Does anyone have any questions? Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Teresa and Michelle. You guys are all so sweet. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Joe. Aw, you guys are so nice. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Oh, Penny, let me read what you say. Refresh my memory, please. A sketch is put out once a month and used with the monthly kit, and everyone who posts their interpretation of said sketch with a scrapbook page is entered in a drawing to win prize. Yes, exactly. Nice wrap up. Oh, and tag me, please, 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 please. Tag me, let me know so I can see what you guys do with this sketch, okay? You guys all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I will pop into the group tomorrow morning with some close-ups and some photographs for you. Be sure to go over to the website and grab the sketch so that you can play along. And I just smacked my head on my camera, which is going to make everything wobbly. Sorry. All right. You all have a fabulous, fabulous evening. Oh, you're very welcome, Penny. Teaching is my jam. It's kind of what I do. So, no problem to be here tonight with you guys for a little bit. All right, everyone have a fabulous evening. Go Scrapbook. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.